Team Tower Realty Group.
Yes, good
Mornings with
morning.
Mike and Friends. Power 108.9. We are back. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Hope you had a good weekend.
I did. How about you?
Hank, Big Bank Hank had a birthday that weekend.
Yeah, he had a wonderful birthday this weekend. We got an opportunity to celebrate this weekend.
What y'all do? Y'all made y'all what's the word I'm looking for? Practicing making more babies.
Heck no. Well, we do a lot of practicing, but no more making babies.
Hey, today's show is being brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group. You got here early this morning. You must have got some sleep last night. When you text me you was here, I was like, damn, she must have went to bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was early. Early bird catches the worm around here.
What you got going on today? You about to go to a meeting?
Am I dressed for a meeting? No, I'm actually working from home today.
You are?
Yeah, busy weekend. So just catching up with work and following up clients that have reached out and ready to get spring market on and cracking.
Yes, you can see I was running behind. You see my shoes untied. I usually don't tie my shoes in the morning.
Yeah,
anyway.
I know. I texted you and it took you more than 3 minutes to come downstairs. I said he's not here.
Oh yeah.
Let me just get comfortable.
Yeah, I rolled past you. I saw you sitting in the lobby. Scrolling.
I need a key. I told you.
Girl,
I've been with you for a long time. I need the key. I'm just like the girlfriend and want to
right.
want to move in.
Hey, we ain't at that stage yet, Charlotte. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. I don't know how long you're gonna be here. So
I've been here. What is it? It's been a long time.
We started this in 2009, honestly.
Yeah.
And you've
so
been
Blog Talk Radio, right?
Yeah, $10 a month.
Yeah, so I think I deserve at least a spare to tell me where it's hidden.
This budget is a little different than Blog Talk. We got a different budget over here.
Right,
I'll try to get you a TV over here so you can see yourself, because you said last week you ain't had no good lighting. We're gonna take care of you. Team Todd Realty Group.
Well, you told me.
Stop all that moving.
Well, how'd I get adjusted?
Gosh, you always do that. I didn't say stop talking. I was just saying stop moving.
Okay.
Hey, today is January 23rd. As always, we have our national days and birthdays and shout outs and on these days. And of course, today's show brought to you by Nikita Todd and the Team Todd Realty Group. I got a story from who was it? It's a Las Vegas broker. His name is Craig. Mm-hmm. He talks about the housing market. I tell you what his predictions are. Sometimes like for you being in real estate for so long, like when you hear these other folks talking about the market and what they think or their expectations, do you listen to them?
Yes, absolutely. It's their thoughts that they have. You
say they are thoughts.
I said their thoughts.
Oh, okay.
No, I think when people start just really illustrating their dreams of what they're looking for and, and what they think that the process is going to look like, they're creating the expectations. They're letting you know what their expectations are. So then you can now countermeasure whether or not that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And let them know that, okay, so this is not television.
Right.
You need to bring it down a little bit. It's not going to be totally scripted. It's going to have some bumps in the road because real estate is not, easy. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
So you just let them know what what to expect in the process when working with you, whether that be seller or buyer or whomever. You kind of have to let them know what the process looks like. Of course, if you purchased a house 30 years ago, it's a lot different today. Mm-hmm. If you've never purchased a house, let someone hold your hand. You're not looking, tell you what you may be looking for to kind of give you more of a total picture of how it's actually going to be.
Yeah.
And so sometimes people kind of fluff you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then, so today we talk about our national days. Today is two that I want to talk about. National Pie Day.
Okay.
PIE.
Okay. Meaning like pie 3.14 or pie
no, that's March.
That you eat.
That is Pie Day is what
314.
314. Right. Yeah, damn. I was about to say it too. I was there, but that's 314. But today is like National Pie Day, like the real Pie Day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a lot of black folk that eat pies.
Yeah, around Thanksgiving you do.
I mean, I'm just talking about just on GP though.
No.
Like I ain't just going to get no pie from Publix.
No. Yeah, me either. I'm a sweet potato pie person during Thanksgiving, and then every now and then I'll eat some apple pie, but I have to fry it in the skillet. I got to do a little ghetto style, throw a little butter in there.
You know what?
And, toast it on.
What you know about that?
On each side.
What you know about that? Hey, yo, Waffle House used to do the pies. I don't know if you remember. So I used to manage this little Waffle House on Lee Road back in the day.
Okay, I do remember.
Back then, They had a pecan pie
They
or
had
pecan,
a chocolate pie.
a chocolate pie, and they had that apple pie. And people would say, "Hey, can you put that on the grill with some butter?" And I was like, "Huh? Who does this?" Take a slice of that apple pie, throw that John on the grill, put some ice in. The thing they use to steam the hash browns with, the little, what they call it, the dome. With the dome, right? And then you put some butter on top of it, and then you put some ice in there and put that thing,
Ice, but I would think
because it steams it. It melts the butter.
Okay.
Yeah, it steams it and melts the butter.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be, it don't come out soggy.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't come out soggy. It just gives it that
You just
heat.
put the ice on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
We'll have to go across the street to the Waffle House over here so
Give me
I
a
can show you.
tutorial.
Yeah. And then today is also National Handwriting Day.
Okay.
Do you still write?
I do. I still, I like signing my name. Actually, my oldest daughter taught herself how to write in cursive because they don't teach that in school anymore.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know. That's gone, ain't it?
Yeah, she was very fascinated with the cursive writing that she taught herself when she was in 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah? Nice. Yeah, because I was about to say, folks don't write no more.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
do
they
a lot of
don't.
texting.
Yep.
And computer
Typing, all that kind of stuff. Handwritten letters are really kind of a thing of the past.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I do write handwritten letters to my clients just to let them know I'm thinking about them.
To your clients, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about, you ain't never wrote me a note.
Oh, I just tell
You
you.
ain't even write me a note when you sold the house. I ain't get no handwritten letter.
Yes, I did. I gave you a gift and everything.
Did you?
A card. Tasha, I'm sure she has it. She keeps everything.
Anyway, National Handwriting Day. Story real quick. I want to talk about locally here in ATL metro area. Westlake High School in the news. Hundreds of kids. Why'd you laugh?
Because it's hilarious.
Hundreds of kids basically kicked out of school.
Right.
And the reason is they was using their grandmama address. Basically, I'm just making that part up, but they were using their grandmama's address to be able to go to Westlake. And Westlake, what they did was they ran the numbers and was like, hold on, this don't look right, this don't feel right.
Based on the feeder schools that are sending the kids.
Yeah. And these kids were put out of school ultimately because they were going to the wrong school in the wrong district.
So that's a part of the story. So the other part of the story is that parents who actually live in the district, their kids were kicked out because I think a lot of people took it for granted that they said, oh, they'll see my address. And, they know that we registered or we were here last year. And so I don't think that they took the opportunity to go and re-register their child. Everyone had to re-register. It didn't matter where you lived, what your status was, whether you owned a house, you rented a house. Everybody had to be re-verified.
Okay.
And so that was their way of weeding out the people who were not supposed to be there.
Gotcha.
And so they got to go to the schools that they were allotted, were supposed to go to. And so that was what happened. I think it was a lady on the news. She was so upset. She was like, they know I live here and I've been living here. I own a house. Yeah, but she also had to bring in documentation just like everybody else.
Okay. So when they had to re-register, meaning that their school district could have changed? Is that what happened?
No. It was just more so about making sure, like shoring up the numbers.
Okay.
Like, of course, school registration is just like a whole process. And so, you taking your stuff into the school and having to verify where you live, your utilities, all those things, they do those checks and balances.
Got you.
They've been getting through the cracks by doing that. So therefore they said, okay, we can't trust what happened at the beginning of the year. So we're going to redo this again. Oh. And so we're going to re-verify to make sure. So there were some people who were, I guess, using their investment properties.
Okay.
And so the investment properties that are in the school district, they were sending their kids because that address was attached to that. So, however, they were like digging deeper. They're like, okay, so did you file your homestead exemption? Because that's an indication that this is not your primary residence. So it was some of that. So it's some people who are truly legit that live there. They just didn't go back and verify. Then there's people who own homes that are investment properties that they hadn't filed homestead exemptions on, so they knew it was an investment property.
Gotcha.
And then people who just didn't belong there just because they had false documentation.
And that's not that is not common where a school district will do like a re-verification in the middle of a school year.
It's not often, right? But
Yeah.
it was so much overcrowding.
That's what I'm about to say. It had to be a reason why they did that.
So much overcrowding. And then, of course, a couple things have happened at the school. So it's just one of those things of, okay, so what's the problem that we can identify? Okay, so one, let's just get rid of the students who are not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that may help with the problem that we're currently having. If that doesn't help, then of course we go deeper and have some extra disciplinary things that need to happen in the school. But I think that this was, a catalyst to help them kind of thin some things out, because everybody wants to go to the school because it is a school of excellence. They're, great in sports. They have great academics, great, curriculum.
Yeah.
Some curriculum that, a lot of schools don't have around there. So this is a magnet school that everybody wants to go to. So you kind of have some checks and balances.
Got you.
Yeah.
And just FYI, y'all, that's not APS. That's Fulton County.
Yeah.
That's Fulton County School District. And me and Tasha was laughing last night talking about, I wonder what school they were supposed to go to. You know what I'm saying? What school they really supposed to be in? I said Thero.
He's so funny.
She talking about, they probably supposed to go to Doug. I was like, no, they probably supposed to be in
I think
Thero.
around those feeder schools around there, that's like Langston Hughes, probably what's another high school around there? Like you said, Thero.
I don't know. I don't know any of the high schools around.
Yeah,
I mean, Mays is over there, but Mays is more on the
It's a little bit
Southwest
further south.
Cascade
Yeah,
side.
I would say Thero will probably be the school that people should be going to.
Yeah, definitely on that side of town. So yeah, thank you for giving us the inside scoop on why in the hell these kids getting kicked out of school. Other stuff in the news I was telling you. So there's a guy in Las Vegas. He's a broker. His name is Craig Tan. He insisted that the housing market will not crash in 2023, but admits sellers may have to be more realistic with their prices.
Absolutely.
He said the housing market will not crash in 2023, but correction is in store for demand, inventory, buyers, and sellers. Says that everything is probably going to start picking up.
Yeah, everything that he says is true. Of course, the national media wants there to be doom and gloom. The sky is falling, but it's just not the truth. When you don't have
my hair
the
look
inventory,
good. I'm sorry. I just peeked over there.
when you don't have enough inventory in the market, and you still have people who are wanting to buy and sell, then you're not going to have a crash. Especially when people have realized so much equity in their homes.
Yeah. Talk to the people while you talk to. I'm gonna switch our cameras around. I think we look better the other way.
When you've when the market has increased as much as it has over the past 2 years, a lot of people who were probably in a deficit are now in surplus. And so what people have failed to realize on how to utilize that equity. No, you don't always have to sell your house. You can actually go get a line of credit and pull some of the equity out of your home, whether that be to pay down debt, to make other investments in the stock market, since it's down. You can also purchase other investment properties. And so a lot of people don't know how to utilize their equity because, of course, they think the equity is just in a bank account. That's just, somewhere out in the sky that they haven't created themselves. But
they think it's crypto.
It can fluctuate like crypto depending on the market, but not as drastically as crypto. Crypto, you basically are broke overnight, whereas with real estate, you do have an asset that's sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
And that you can ultimately ride the wave until it gets comes back to life, and have more equity. But as we realize it today, a lot of people are sitting on money that they're not utilizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my neighbors over there love our Monday shows versus our Friday show.
Why is that?
Friday is 3 and Impossible.
Oh, you guys cutting up.
Yeah, me, Cole, Elam, and Country Cutie.
Y'all loud.
Oh my goodness.
Laughing.
They be laughing over there too. We be catching them. They be laughing.
Laughing at y'all.
Yeah, they do. So yeah, speaking of the that equity piece, like a couple of things that always people remember, like when you build a house, buy a house or whatever, that equity builds up. You sell the house, the money that the proceeds that you get, that's what you earn, the equity that build up over time. Right. That money is not tax deductible. You don't have to pay taxes on it up to a certain amount, correct?
Right, up to $250. Up to
$250. This is change.
$250,000.
Oh, okay.
And then I think a couple. I should have looked at.
Was it 500?
I think it's 500 as a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say they possibly have increased that. I might be wrong.
Okay.
But let's just say that that's what the benchmark is right now, and you don't have to pay taxes on those on equity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strategies out there on how people will pull equity from investment properties, and then take that equity and move it over to another investment property without it becoming taxable. Just because, of course, if you sell your investment property and you will have capital gains.
Okay.
Because it's not your primary residence. However, if it's your primary residence and you sell your home and you want to pick that money up and use it for other things, or putting a down payment down on your next house, that's a non-taxable event based on the amount of equity, depending on how much you actually made. But of course, you want to check with your accountant to make sure that those numbers are correct. But there's some taxable events and there's non-taxable, but definitely equity is there for you to access.
When we were talking, Tasha and I were talking this weekend, and she was just giving me an example. We were talking about the underwriting process and how, making those risk decisions and whether or not to give people money and how deep that they dig.
Right.
She gave me an example where, let's say, for instance, if you had a family, I'm sorry, I just want to see how good we look on TV. Yeah, we look good. I need to sit up though.
You just need to stop moving.
You're a jerk.
I learned from you.
How, like, say for instance, let's say you own say you own a $4 million house, and there's only one person on that mortgage.
Okay.
The other person attempting to buy, let's say, like an investment property, but I want to use it for my primary residence. I want to do it as a primary resident, but I want it as an investment property. Like, it sounds like, oh, it's easy to do. You should easily be able to get away with that. And Tasha's like, nah, the way they check that information, she gave me an example. She's going to be like, okay, then why is all your mail going to this, $4 million house, and you want to buy this $65,000, property? What, y'all getting a divorce or something like that? What's going on? Like, that's how much they dig into that stuff.
Because they want to know the history. So you have to be living somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so if you live in an apartment, okay, you're living in an apartment, show us the lease. Or now, I don't know necessarily that they go down into the lease, but I know if you're saying that you're renting, there's some verification. I think it's a ROE. Is that I guess
return on equity?
No, it's like a rent verification, whatever that is. Yeah. And so, like, they have that way of checks and balances. And so some people will say that they live with their friends, or they live with their relative, and that's why they're living there, and they're just wanting to purchase their first property.
Have you ever lived with a friend?
I have lived with a friend.
You
to purchase the property?
No. I'm just talking about like younger, like
absolutely. I have roommates and all that.
Not in college. I ain't talking about college. I'm talking about like as an adult.
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. Like, well, it was my house, and then of course my relatives that were younger than me, I would allow them to stay at my house.
Was this one down in Vine? No, not Vine.
It was the one at Summerhill.
Summerhill, yeah.
It was convenient. My cousin, one of my cousins, she was going to college at the time. And my other cousin, she was just graduating from college. So it was just like, hey, come live with me. Hey.
You thought you were so grown up.
Help supplement some of this, this mortgage payment.
Right. Help with some of these goddamn bills. Definitely. Come on down. How long did that last, though?
Probably, I think it was maybe a year for both.
Okay.
Possibly, or maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't have a problem with it?
Because I wasn't there. I was working. That's when I was like deep in the weeds. I was working at Home Bank at the time. I was staying at the office at like 10 o'clock. I was meeting the cleaning staff.
Hey, you had them folks around there scared.
Yeah.
They was scared of you, boy.
That was a fun time.
There was one dude in particular. I ain't gonna say his name, boy. He used to be scared of Nikita.
Don't call no names.
I can do whatever the hell I want to do. Thank you very much. Hey, you had folks scared over
for the
that.
record straight, there was no need to be scared of me. I just knew what I knew, and you were not going to tell me anything different. And I'm a direct person. I don't beat around the bush. We're not going to do any of this passive-aggressive stuff. No, that's not correct.
Hey,
so they felt challenged.
Shout out to Spelman College.
Yeah, shout out to Spelman College.
I actually got this hoodie. What, you looked at me kind of weird when I came in with the hoodie on, but I've had this hoodie for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, but I've never. This is my first time wearing that. popped the tag on it this morning, and I was like, let me go ahead and put this on today, but before summer is here and I can't wear it again. So I decided to wear it. I love the colors.
Ironically, we're wearing the same color.
Carolina fan, Tar Heel fan. So
yeah, ironically, we're wearing the same colors.
And then I got some Nikes. It's the Christian Dior pair with the same color.
The Christian Dior, like Jordan 1s?
Yeah.
The $2,500 joints?
Don't be all over my business.
Pastor let you buy them?
I could have got them from South Korea. You don't know.
Oh, okay. You're probably right.
But I ain't want to wear them today because I'm not a big sneaker guy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big sneaker guy.
That's true because I see you with things like those type of shoes.
Cole Haans, yeah. I'm a grown man. I be rocking my Cole Haans.
But you can be a grown man with sneakers.
No, I know, but I didn't want to wear them today. It was kind of wet outside. I don't want,
Okay.
So, but yeah, so shout out to Spellman.
Yeah, shout out to Spellman. To all my Spellman friends and sister.
Your sorority celebrated something big recently too, didn't
absolutely. Founders Day.
Okay, damn. Why you got to say it like that?
You're supposed to know these things.
Why am I supposed to know that thing?
That's been a week removed.
But I've never went to college. I'm not a fraternity or sorority person, so I don't understand like the. Now, if you want to talk about Freemasonry now, it's different.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you want to talk about so that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Something like
but
that.
yeah, it was our Founders Day, Delta Sigma Theta.
Hey, before we get into these birthdays and shout outs, what up, Coach Oliver Adams? You see the table, like the table with the books on it? We trying to get finished in here decorating, but I ain't even finished painting yet.
Where my headphones at though?
You don't need no headphones. What you need headphones for? Hey y'all, Nikita says she needed headphones because she can't hear. You can't hear what? And then I challenged her. I said, so when you send in the meeting, you got to put on headphones when you're in the meeting?
I missed the music.
Hey, a body of a man was suspected of shooting 10 people at a California dance studio on Chinese Lunar New Year's is believed to be found dead. Well, it was him. They found him dead. The suspected Chinese Lunar New Year gunman was seen in a van. He shot himself during an intense standoff with police officers that left 10 people dead and 10 people hospitalized. LA leaders came out and said that this is not a hate crime. This was last night when I put this together. They said that it's not a hate crime and that the whole thing was sparked by fallout between the husband and wife. I wonder if that's LA folks trying to put a spin on it and saying it wasn't a hate crime, or if the true story is a husband and wife.
I think that LA would be pretty truthful because it's a liberal city. So of course they're wanting to make sure that everybody's protected, right?
Yeah.
The minorities that are in LA because it's a United Nations out there. So I would think that they will report correctly.
Okay. Yeah. Robin Roberts was out there this morning on Good Morning America. But can you believe this is like I can't remember. I will say there have been over 20 mass shootings already in the U.S. and it's only January 23rd.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
America has a gun problem.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Also in the news too, man. There's a Fox News anchor named Adam in New York. He works in New York. He posted a picture of himself. He was badly beaten on a New York City subway in the early hours of Sunday morning after telling a group of teenagers to stop harassing an elder man. He's beaten up by a gang in the New York City's crime-ridden subway after stepping in to help an older man that they were harassing. Can you believe that shit?
I'm tired. I'm just really tired of like hearing these things in the news where people are no longer respecting each other. It's just, I don't know. It's just the level of disrespect that we have in our society right now.
Yeah.
That younger people and then now older people are starting to allow younger people to influence them based on the level of disrespect. And everybody's angry. Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. And, I don't know. I don't have the answer.
I was about to... It makes us desensitized, one, right? We don't even, it's not even a big deal anymore because we hear it all the time. Yesterday, there was a shooting where a kid got killed at Cascade skating ring on Martin Luther King. I always had to point that out.
Because it's not on Cascade.
It's not on Cascade.
Yeah.
If I was Cascade, I'd be like, y'all need to take our name off the building. Because you can't be Cascade, right? Cascade is not a person, right? So, but you feel me. But there was a youngin killed at the skating ring. The freaking 10-year-old that shot the teacher, like
6-year-old.
6-year-old. I'm sorry, my bad. Even worse, 6-year-old shooting the damn teacher. Like, yeah, I don't know what the hell this world is. What
Yep,
we going through?
and then of course, in our schools locally, we've had reporting of weapons.
Yeah,
So, thank God that, all of the children have been protected. But there has been some scares with guns in schools, and it doesn't matter what neighborhood you live in. It's on the north side, it's on the east side, it's on the west side, it's on the south side. It's just an epidemic of just guns.
yeah.
Yep.
Are your grandparents still with us?
No,
Okay.
all of my grandparents are deceased.
So perfect, because I know what my grandmama would have said. What your grandma would have said today?
Lord Jesus, he
did-
is on the way. That's what my grandmothers would say. He is on the way, child.
Perfect. The same thing my grandmama would have said. Also in the news today, okay, we got that. Told you about that. Oh yeah, so I got a list for you, right?
Okay.
Some 2023 bridal trends,
Oh,
right?
this is a big year for weddings.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
A lot of pent up, people who have who were delayed.
From the
2020,
pandemic, yeah.
right? And then they got delayed to 2021, and then they just got tired in 2022 because all the 222 people, they all wanted to get married last year.
Okay.
So now they're like, okay, it's our time.
Oh, 2222. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, February 2nd, 2022.
Mm-hmm. And then I think it was just whatever those twos matched up with. It was a lot of weddings.
Okay, I got you. Now that makes sense. So yeah, we'll talk about the things that may or may not still be in those weddings. Hey, it's time for birthdays and shout outs. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by our very own Oliver Adams. Yep, you can check out his latest book. It's called Fix Your Credit, Transform Your Life. And you check it out on his website, oliveradams.com. Mariska Hargitay. I can't even think her name, but I know her first name, Mariska. Law and Order, the lady from Law and Order.
Oh, dark
yeah.
hair.
Her.
Okay.
She's celebrating a birthday today. She turns 59 years old. Drea Michelle is 38 years old today. Tiffany Thiessen, I guess she must have dropped the Amber.
Oh yeah, she was
Saving Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she 49 years old today. Those are birthdays today. Yesterday, Guy Fieri had his 54th birthday. Salento had his birthday. Watch me whip, watch me
Watch my
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You've done that dance a couple
I
times.
have.
Yes, you probably gonna be doing
Like
it at your
kids.
wedding. Yeah, you probably gonna be doing it at your wedding.
That was Nadia's dance.
Yes. Also, Diane Lane celebrated a birthday on yesterday. I love Diane Lane. She's awesome. She cheated on her husband in that movie, and she made her husband kill that man. That was so sad.
But you know what? It's funny that you bring that movie up because, of course, when you think about somebody cheating on you, that felt like the ultimate betrayal for a man, for that happening to a man.
Yeah.
And he was so hurt.
He
was.
was.
It was like you could feel the hurt of him in that movie.
Yes,
because he
was.
trusted his wife so much, and
Yep.
she was, yeah.
Damn, well, you remember the name of it? I don't remember the name of it right offhand.
I don't. It was something that's dealing with infidelity.
Yeah.
But it was one of the, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it really was. And I think it left you hanging at the end, whether or not they turned it. Yeah, yeah. Also, Sam Cooke will have celebrated a birthday yesterday. Linda Blair. Remember Linda Blair?
The Exorcist girl.
Damn, go girl. You went to DC recently, right?
I did in December.
Did you go to Georgetown?
No, we didn't have an opportunity to do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
'cause-
there on some personal things, so we didn't get a chance to hang out.
Yeah, those the Exorcist steps are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to get the family to go down there, but they too scary. They want to go do it in the daytime. It don't even work like that in the daytime. Also, Ray Rice had a birthday yesterday, and Russell Gage, former Atlanta Falcon and Tampa Bay Buccaneer, celebrated a birthday on yesterday. So shout out to them. Hey, Coach, appreciate you, Coach. Hey, y'all, check out his website, oliveradams.com. Hey, Disney shares its collaboration with Creative Soul Photography, featuring re-imaged diverse dolls inspired by the iconic Disney princess. They said they're gonna do the collab with a black-owned business to add a little flair to the Disney stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Is it too much though? Is it over? Like like now, like when I watch television or when I watch ads, it just seems like they just be trying to do too much.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Just putting the imagery out there. A black woman with an Asian man with a white daughter. Like,
Oh,
what
trying
the
to
hell
mix
is?
it.
Yeah, it's like it's
trying too hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You look at TV shows now,
Well,
like,
everybody wants to be represented, which is,
but you can't.
yes, you can. Everybody can be represented in some form or fashion. I mean, but it doesn't have to be an overkill based on the agenda that you're trying to push.
Yeah, I'm like,
I get that.
come on, like, M. Night Shyamalan got a new movie coming out.
Oh, really?
Knock on the door. Knock
like him.
at the door, something like that. And two Caucasian brothers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume that they're gay.
Okay.
And then a Asian daughter, which I will assume they
Is
adopted.
adopted.
Like,
Okay.
I'm like, it just. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like it just like they're so consciously putting these
placing
things
people.
together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that when you watch a TV show now, it looks like United Nations. Let's
Yeah.
be real. It looks like the UN. So
Yeah, and I would agree.
yeah. But yeah, he's got that new movie coming out. For those that don't know, M. Night Shyamalan, I think we remember him most his first film, I See Dead People.
Yeah.
What was
What
that
was
called?
that? I watched that movie by myself. That was
Damn,
the
I
first time
can't
I went to
remember.
the movies
Yeah.
by myself. I
Oh,
was
really?
scared to death. I did not know what the movie was about. I was living in Charlotte at the time, and of course, nobody lived there. I was living there by myself, working my first job. And I said, I'm going to treat myself to the movies. I've never done this before. And so I went to the movies by myself and sat in the middle, like, all ready. And the movie just kept getting just like deeper and deeper and scary. I was like, I can't go back home. There's nobody in my apartment. I can't turn the lights on. I see dead people. But no, I can't remember the name of that movie either.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then he had a couple of more. He had the one with Samuel L. Jackson, Glass. I think it was called Glass.
Yeah, that one was good. It was a superhero.
Yeah, he was a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had one where the people were like they thought they were, in like it was the old days, but they were living in the present.
That was my favorite one.
That was pretty good.
That's my
my
favorite one.
Why is we trying
Yeah,
to
we're
guess
gonna
all
count
that?
on the list.
Why are we trying to guess all that
That's
stuff?
one of my
We got it right
favorite
here. M. Night Shyamalan movies. So he had Knock of the Cabin. Old, remember Old?
Yes. That's when they go to the resort. And they went to the
Yeah.
other side of the beach.
Yes, yes. Remember the girl had the baby and the baby was just
Yes.
that was crazy. Glass, he did Split. Did you see that one?
Split. So yeah, I saw that one too.
The Happening, The Village. That was called The Village.
Yeah.
And then Unbreakable.
I saw that one. That's the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep. And The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
That was the one with
He
Bruce
didn't
Willis.
do crop circles.
Yeah, he did. I
That's
didn't
one of my
name
favorite
all of
ones.
them. Yeah, he did. It was Signs. Is that Signs?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Signs was the one where they had left the water all
Everywhere.
around. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
The aliens were walking around.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
that what that was?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I had to go back and rewatch those things, but I don't know where he gets his.
He's a very talented director.
Yeah, he
I
really
like
is,
him.
and you gotta pay attention to. Like even with the Sixth Sense, like I got to go back and watch Sixth Sense because I didn't realize that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. Like we.
That's the shocking part, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I love
'Cause he
stuff
saw
like that.
dead people.
He saw dead people. Did you start watching Kaleidoscope yet?
No.
Okay.
I have I have your list of what I need to watch.
Okay. Yeah. You don't. I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And speaking of Georgetown, it was on this day, 1789. Georgetown College was established as the first Catholic college in the United States. Yep,
Interesting.
schools in Washington, D.C., as we all know. I'll come back to that. All right, so a couple of things before we get to this list. Justine Maxwell, I don't know why I can't say her name right. And I just watched her documentary. She was the one that was with, what's my boy name? Not my boy. He's not my boy. Sorry, y'all. Jeffrey Epstein.
Ooh.
Maxwell. So Maxwell, his girlfriend.
girl,
Yeah. They dated too. Like they were together. And they say, I told you I started watching that doc, and they say she was as ruthless as he was.
Yes, they said she was worse.
She said she was worse. So she, in her first broadcast interview since being in jail, she insists that she has no recollection of Prince Andrew and Virginia, the girl, that picture that they see. She said that that was fake.
In what way can you make it fake?
Come on now.
I mean, I know you can do.
Oh,
You know, technology
yeah.
is great.
Yeah. She said that picture is fake.
Oh, okay.
You don't believe her?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on.
And then also in the news, Stephen Colbert slammed CNN host Don Lemon on Thursday for wearing a gray hoodie, sweatpants, and a black jacket on air earlier in the day. He says that that he was mad because he was wearing a hoodie on air.
He was mad at Don Lemon.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Don Lemon and CNN, like, you're not supposed to dress like that on network television.
Oh, well, hey, you know, our world is relaxed,
Right.
so you kind of have to go with the culture.
Come on, Stephen Colbert, wake up.
But he's criticized everybody.
Yeah, he really does. He worse than damn Boosie.
Got something to say about everybody. right?
Everybody
He
clickbait
want all the
ass.
smoke.
He want all the smoke. Speaking of Shannon Sharp, oh my gosh, Shannon Sharp. You think anything should have happened to him? Because let's be real, if it would have been
If it was a regular
you and I at State Farm Arena, they would have kicked our ass out.
Right. So I have to go back and look at the entire thing. So I'm only hearing the little clips of what was said, right? And so I think that the NBA, NFL, all the sports teams will allow a certain level of what is it?
Heckling.
Heckling. And I think when it got personal is when, because I don't think he called out anybody in particular. Am I right about that? He just said, oh, I see he can't, y'all not defending him, right? But everybody does that. Like, oh, the defender's whack or whatever that is. And so that's my understanding as to what happened. And then the basketball player took it personal. And then that's when he started walking over there. And then that's how it escalated.
And he was doing this. Come on.
Yeah.
Come over here. Like he was.
Shannon was doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's the part that you look at and be like,
yeah. If he was regular, he would have got kicked out.
yeah. Shannon's a clickbaiter too. Like he gonna say and do things. But I will say, that goddamn sweater he had on was nice though.
So the jury's out on that. I mean, I think.
I could rock the hell out of that
I've seen
sweater.
like the designer.
Yeah.
Because I did click on the designer. And I see some other things that I think are nicer. But I think just based off the fact that he wasn't able to style and pose for it, it made the sweater look worse than it was.
One, I love the color, obviously, because
Yeah.
it had that
The
Carolina
Carolina
blue
blue.
in it. But when I saw it, just from, I think it was like a $3,100 sweater or something like
It's
that.
expensive.
It looks nice. What is it? I can't remember the designer's name. It's something like Gray or something
Is
like
it
that.
a black guy? 'Cause
Tom
it had
Gray
a lot
or
of
something.
ethnic people on his site.
Did
so
it?
It made me think that it was a black designer.
Okay, I might have to look it up. But yeah, I ain't dropping 31. Maybe I can find that. Maybe I can find that Marshalls.
At Marshalls
Goddamn.
on markdown.
Somebody asked me the other day. I had something on, and they was like, "Oh man, that's a nice jacket. Where you get that from?" I was like, "Shit, goddamn, TJ Maxx."
But it's not TJ Maxx and Marshalls aren't what they used to be. Before you
yes,
used
they
to
are.
kid.
No.
I mean, yes and no.
You gotta like if you're not. I actually learned this from Malik.
Okay.
Cause Malik used to come home with a bunch of stuff when him and Tasha would go. Malik would come home with some stuff. I'd be like, "Damn, where you find that at?" The secret, the key, as you know, is you just gotta be patient and you gotta go through the stuff. Like if you're just if you ain't gonna do that, then you ain't gonna find that. If you're looking for something on the outwalls,
I think the fluorescent light is bothering me. But
when.
no, I'm just wanting to know why I was grimacing.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you was. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
No, we find some great things in TJ Maxx. I'm saying like back in the day, you used to find some really good stuff.
There you go. There you go.
People knew about TJ Maxx.
Then
and
you
Marshalls.
just tell
now that
people-
it's on every corner now.
But then you just tell people don't be talking about back in the day when I bought a house or back in the day.
I know, I'm
the,
just telling
the
you,
weed
it's-
I used to
it's
smoke
just-
back in the day wasn't this strong. This ain't back in the day.
Now, all I'm making reference to is
No, I know,
you
I
used
know.
to find some really good stuff in there.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of basic.
Depends on who you ask.
True.
Yeah, because your basic ain't my basic.
Yeah.
So,
But I know your style, and I think you've risen above.
that's how I'm
What
going
is
through that? That's how you go
Oh,
through the
oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
What is that? That jester.
Yeah, that's how you got to go through them. What's it called? Pull them out and see if that's what you want. Big day coming up. How many days? 60?
Very close to 60. I haven't counted since the other day. So let's just say we're like at 66 possibly.
Okay.
Maybe 65.
And to wake up,
Yep.
getting excited.
I am.
Do you have your dress?
Absolutely. That
Damn, what was that?
After I sent out the save the dates and got the venue, I wouldn't have got my dress.
You went black girl on me.
I did.
You gonna make Hank wear a cummerbund?
No, he's not wearing a cummerbund. I don't think people wear cummerbunds anymore.
Oh my goodness! You had to put that damn thing tied up in the back. What the hell is
No, they
that?
have the vest now. And then of course I've seen it where the pants are adjustable, like so you can make the cummerbund feel, but it's a part of the pants. So it looks really nice. Yeah. But no, Hank's not wearing a tux.
He gonna wear the goddamn shiny shoes.
No.
The what
Those rent a pair of shoes, no.
how long
He's
we
gonna
used
be
to call
pretty
them?
stylish.
How long we used to call them shoes? What they were made out of?
Patent leather.
Patent leather, yes.
Yeah.
Them patent leather shoes. Speaking of patent leather, somebody asked me, I had on this I had this black Levi shirt jacket. And someone's like, "Oh, that's leather?" I was like, "Nah, I'm vegan."
Another way of saying pleather.
I'm vegan. Right. You can get out my business. But you say he's not wearing no suit?
No, he's wearing a suit.
I mean, not wearing a tux.
He's not wearing a tux. I mean, this is going to be a relaxed formal wedding.
Okay.
But it's not, I don't like to say relaxed because people take relaxed to a whole nother level. It's just, it's semi-formal.
Right. I about to say, but I just come out there with some camouflage cargo shorts
No,
on.
they will not be admitted.
I'm not in the wedding, so
I don't care that you're not in the wedding, but there is a certain ambiance that is being carried through wardrobe.
y'all gonna be out. It's outside.
It is outside, but it's not on the beach.
Okay.
So if you have been invited to the wedding, it is for clarity. We are not getting married on the beach.
Okay.
We are getting married on the cliffside, which does not involve sand.
Okay.
So you can wear your beautiful shoes. To
I
the
was about to say,
ceremony.
you say cliffside, we got to climb up, son. I need to I need to bring my Timbs.
No, it's gonna be nice.
Okay. I know. I already believe you. I already believe you. Y'all gonna take pictures before, so we ain't gotta wait to eat, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do before and after. We're gonna have a cocktail hour.
What is that? So speaking of,
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's go.
Speaking of, so walking down the aisle, bridesmaids, photos before, photos after, the dance, the kiss, like all that. Speaking of, y'all got your wedding song?
We're doing some process of elimination right now.
Okay.
It's been hard because the story of our relationship has been through so much music that it's hard to say this is that one, but I think we're dwindling down to that one.
Okay. How about Make It Last Forever? Keith Sweat. No? My prom song? No? We're not doing that one? All right. So there are a few things on a list, right, when it comes to trends for 2023. So I got a couple of them. I wanted to see what your thought was with these. Starting with bridesmaids. Bridesmaids. Yes or no?
Yes.
And why?
Well, originally I was not going to do bridesmaids.
Okay.
Because I am a woman of a certain age. That I think bridesmaids are there to do things for you that you would probably hire someone to do.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
Because of course they want you to hire and throw bridal showers and do all these things.
So basically, they the do girls.
Yeah, but they're there to support you and look pretty next to you too. But I chose my bridesmaids as I started thinking about my ceremony and what I wanted it to be. I chose my bridesmaids based on that.
What about wedding planners?
They are very much important. If I were to be having my wedding here in the States, I probably would have hired a full-time wedding coordinator.
Okay.
Because it is a lot of work.
Okay.
But in this particular case, since we're doing a destination wedding, the hotel has their own coordinator.
Okay.
So I've been communicating back and forth what my wants and needs are.
Cool. All right, here's a big one. Walking down the aisle solo.
Yeah, that's a thing, but that's not my preference. My father is definitely very healthy and still living. And I want that moment that my dad gets an opportunity to walk me down the aisle.
And he still hasn't beat me in the Peachtree Road race in 15 years.
It doesn't matter. My father has just turned 71 and he's still running. Let's see what you do in 20 years, sir.
Pearls and bows are out.
Yeah, I would agree.
Damn, you said that
Absolutely.
quick.
Yeah, it's very modern. You have all kind of brides. Don't get me wrong. People still are the traditional, gowns, getting married in a church, pearls, all those things. That's a part of their tradition, and no knocking that. But there's a lot of more modern brides now that they have the shabby chic bride who just put on her dress and her hair is beach waved and she's just so in love with her crown of flowers. And then you have, your fancy brides who go and get these custom dresses that are upwards of 10, 20, 30, 40, however many thousands of dollars, where they have very big glamorous weddings.
Yeah.
And then you have, the destination wedding people who want to go and have a good time and vacation to create a whole event. You have that bride, and then you have, the brides who just go to the courthouse to do elopements. So everybody has a space.
Well, here's one I just threw on there. Making the people at the wedding wait to eat until y'all ass get there.
Well, there are accommodations for that. And so at my wedding, you will have past hors d'oeuvres and cocktails.
Okay.
And it's only going to be an hour.
Okay. What's going to be an hour? The wedding?
The cocktail hour.
Oh, hey, I told you about, I forgot to wish Bryce a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bryce. Malik told me to wish you happy birthday yesterday.
Who
My
was
bad.
Bryce?
One of his partners.
Okay.
Damn, my stomach growling too. We went to one of his friends' wedding. Taylor and his went to his wedding. I told you wedding started at 3. We got there at 3:10, and as we were walking up, they said, "You may kiss the bride."
Oh wow.
Goddamn. So
yeah, mine's not.
It's not gonna be like that. Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a little longer than that.
And then how about this one? Ditching the garter toss.
So I thought about that because it's funny that you bring that up. Of course, traditional, I will have a garter. Not quite sure if we're going to be tossing it because we don't have a lot of single men coming to the wedding. Everybody that's coming is married or coupled up, very like long-term coupled. So I don't think that that's going to be an event.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last one for you, you may kiss the bride. Tongue or no tongue?
This is a topic in my household, by the way. Where it was a topic, and I think we've kind of put it to bed. I'm a very affectionate person. And
look how she started rubbing her hair, y'all.
I'm a very affectionate person, and so when I think of this moment, I'm just like, this is just like the moment. We're so in love, and so I'm just gonna be Nikki, but Hank is a little different than I am, and so out of the respect for him, I will kiss him respectfully.
Okay.
Yes, very passionate, but very respectful.
You ain't gonna kiss him like Liza Minnelli husband kissed her at their wedding.
I don't remember that one. They tongued down.
Don't worry, you gonna see it. I'm gonna show it to you.
They tongued each other down.
No, he damn molested her on
really?
the day. Yeah, it was funny as hell.
No, that's not Hank. So we're gonna it's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
pleasant kiss.
Got
We've
you.
been practicing.
Yeah. 26 years ago, Tasha had us rehearse the kiss.
Really?
That was just no tongue.
Yeah.
It was just,
Is Tasha she don't like the PDA either?
Nah, she not no more.
Yeah.
When we was younger, we were, but now it's like, but,
Yeah. Okay.
Which, if you had to, take a vow out of the wedding vows, which one would it be?
So I believe in all the vows, but I think the word obey should be explained a little differently.
There you go. Okay.
Because it should be respect.
Okay.
Because you're not, he's not your dad. He's not here to be your master. And so when people think of that, they are saying it just based out of routine and not really understanding really where they're going with this.
Right.
So I think that they should take out the word obey. And it may say respect now. I don't know. I haven't read wedding vows, but we're going to do the Christian vows because that means something to me. But then we're also going to do our own personal vows too.
Got you. Got you. Are you going to cuss?
No.
Oh, you should cuss.
I try to be, go with protocol.
So.
Why would I cuss?
And congratulate. I don't know. I need something to say to fill the time.
Okay.
Before we get out of here, one, I want you to just remind people about, equity and, the importance and all that good stuff. But for those that don't know, Drizzy performed at the Apollo over the weekend.
Okay.
Concert was to, just fans. I think you had to win contests
in order to get
into the arena. Yesterday, Malik sent me over the set list that Drizzy did at the Apollo. And can you imagine being at this concert? And one, it's the Apollo. not saying the history of the Apollo. I'm just saying that it's an intimate
It's
venue.
intimate venue,
Like,
yeah.
so every seat in there probably was.
Because I've seen him in every venue that I've seen him in have been like stadiums.
Yeah, I
So,
saw him
yeah.
at State Farm. You know what I'm saying, with him and the Migos. And Word on the Street is him and 21 Savage about to go on tour. So,
Not with those songs, are they?
well, they're probably gonna do their own stuff
Okay.
too. But yeah, the songs he did at the Apollo.
Okay.
Over My Dead Body, Wu-Tang Forever, Trust Issues, Marvin's Room, Say Something, the one he did with Timbaland, Feel No Ways, Practice, Jaded, Jungle, Karaoke, Best I Ever Had, Headlines, Hell Yeah, Started From the Bottom, I'm On One, No Friends, Energy, Know Yourself, Nonstop, God's Plan, Laugh
And
Now,
that's
Cry
and
Later,
that's better. He better do that.
Hold
this particular-
On, We're Coming Home, Controller, One Dance, In My Feelings, Passion Fruit, Way Too Sexy, Wait For You, Massive, Calling My
Pepper.
Name, Sticky, Yabba's Heartbreak, I Really Mean It with the Dipset. He did the Dipset
Did they come
anthem
out with him?
the
Really?
Dipset.
Okay.
He did We Fly High
Okay.
with Dipset. He also did Rich Flex with 21, Privileged Rapper, Spin About You, Jimmy Cooks, Knife Talk, and Legend.
Wow.
God damn.
He did a lot. He has a great catalog.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
I love Drake.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
you know,
is
he can
crazy.
have a bad album. I'm still gonna love Drake.
I don't think I don't think to me personally, and I'm a Drake fan too. I don't think he's had a bad album, because every album it touches someone. Like me and Tasha was talking about this the other day. Like albums like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, I wasn't a big fan of personally. There were a couple of songs on there. Views was it was one of those albums. Maybe a couple of songs on there that I listened to, but I wasn't a big fan because he was just in a different place. But other people love those albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but to see that damn set list last night,
That was
I was like,
a
damn.
that was an iconic performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like when Big performed at Truist Park from Outkast.
Okay. Yeah. I wish I would have attended.
Yeah, and I was saying to myself, if I were to go see Big perform by himself, what songs would I would like to see him do? And he did every song that I was like,
Right.
you know, I
'Cause
hope
those were
he
his
does.
bangers.
Those are
Yeah.
his bangers,
Yeah.
and they did it. So it turned out to be nice. So
No, I've been to 2 Drake concerts. I went to 3. I've been to 3.
damn, go girl.
Yeah, I can't tell you the one he did with Janae Aiko when she had a feature on his album.
Mm-hmm.
That was my very first one.
Okay.
It was a birthday present from my sister, and we were there, and I was like, "This is Drake. I'm going to every concert." And then the second one I saw was right before I met Hank, and that's when he was here with the Migos.
Migos, yeah.
That was an awesome concert.
Nah, it really was. The
It really
stage,
was.
the way that stage was set up, like that was cool.
Now
Me-
take that back. So which one is the one? It was at Phillips Arena as well too, but he was actually on the stage, like he was in an isolated stage. The Migos ones was a center stage.
Right.
It was another one that he did, like it was the Raising, like
Oh, okay, I don't remember
so
that
I
one.
can't remember the name of that one. That was an awesome one. And then of course, I kicked myself because I've always wanted to go out to Vegas to see him when he was there for that short residency, and just never could find a window of opportunity to get out there.
Drizzy did a residency out there?
At the Wynn.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't
8
remember
shows.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that the concert I saw was with the Migos, and me and Malik went to the Cowboys game first.
Okay.
Because Cowboys and Falcons played that day, and then after the game, we went to go get dinner, and then went right across the street to State
Oh,
Farm
y'all had
Arena.
an amazing day.
Yeah,
I
was
think I remember
tired.
when you did that.
Yeah, I was tired as hell.
Yeah.
I was done. I was like, I am too old for this.
Yeah.
Too old for this. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, Team Todd Realty Group is in the building. Equity,
Equity.
true do's and don'ts.
So the reason why I want to talk about equity today is because a lot of people really don't understand it. It's one of those things where, I got equity just to talk about it, but they're not really utilizing it till its full, potential, because, people have debt that they haven't paid off. That's one thing, student loan debt. It could be, you could write off the interest, but of course, your accountant can tell you how to do that once you can write off the debt with your own student loans. But what I'm saying is you can couple all these bills together and pay them into one note, right? Then you can use it for other things, investing. You can cash out some of your equity with an equity line. go make a down payment on another investment property, cash that out, move that money over, and still have these assets, these fixed assets, meaning the house, but you've taken some of the equity out because at that point it's not a taxable event when you do a
Right.
cash out, right?
Right.
And so you can invest and reinvest and reinvest. It's basically just like Monopoly. So if you never cash in your hotels, if you never cash in your little houses, the greenhouses for the big house, that's the equity that you're using in order to build on your real estate portfolio.
Even if it's on Mediterranean, the little purple
and
jump.
even if it's on Mediterranean.
Okay.
Because just like how Bankhead has changed to Hollowell,
Still
and they're
Bankhead.
building $700,000 townhouses on Bankhead, that's Mediterranean.
Still Bankhead.
Right.
So I heard somebody say, what they say, he was talking to a lady, talking to a girl, like, where you live? Oh, I live on the Upper West Side. Bitch, you live on Bankhead. Get out of here.
Pretty much. You still live on Right. No, that's not Right Street. That's not Right Street. But it's the
Right.
Fulton County Jail.
Yeah, Wright Street. That's Wright Street. Yeah.
Is
you
it?
still-
Okay.
Yeah, that's Wright
Okay.
Street. Yeah, that's off Bankhead. Yeah. So,
But no,
anyway.
I mean, Atlanta is doing big things. I just don't want it to gentrify itself so much that you don't recognize the city. But I think that it's doing really good things inner city.
Yeah.
And then also around the perimeter. I mean, the communities that are around the perimeter are amazing with their live, work, play.
Yeah.
So I think everybody has its own little characteristic, but I just want people to, to go back to equity, that over these past 3 years, people's homes have really increased. And so be smart about it. Contact your local real estate agent that you trust. And if, want to call me, you definitely can at 404-379-6239. And we can have a further discussion on how you can buy your second home. You can buy your vacation home with equity in your home. You can do home improvements with, your home equity. You can buy more investment properties. You can pay down bills. There's so many things that you can be doing just to say that you have equity and you're not using
You're not
it.
using it. Yeah.
Then you might as well not have it.
Yeah. Defeats the purpose.
It defeats the purpose.
Team Talk Realty Group. Check her out, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time. January 23rd. It was on this day back in 1975. Barney Miller made his debut on ABC TV.
I don't
Remember that?
I mean, I remember, but I don't remember.
They had Barney Miller had a brother on there with the mustache. I can't think of his
The
name
big
right
mustache
offhand. Yeah.
and the curly
And
hair.
yep. So it's 1975. 1977, the TV miniseries Roots began airing on ABC. The show was based on Alex Haley's novel. 1983, the A-Team debuted on television. The show, shout
was
out
my
to the
show.
A-Team.
I
You
love
know,
that.
the crazy part about all of these shows, Barney Miller, Roots, and A-Team, if you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
There was no recording it.
No, nope.
There was no TiVo.
Nope,
there
none
was
of
no
that.
demand.
None of that. And then last but not least, it was on this day, 1985, that murderer allegedly, now he was found not guilty. O.J. Simpson became the first Heisman Trophy winner to be elected to Pro Football's Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. So yeah, it happened on this day,
We'll have a shout
1985.
out because we missed on birthdays.
Yes.
Yesterday was my fiance's birthday. Happy birthday, Hank.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that's so sweet. Hey, with that being said, we out. Shout it. Peace.
Oh.